Welcome back. I do not sound like I'm in a toaster this week. Um,
Yay!
I actually we just did a test to make sure that, I don't sound like I'm swimming underwater with this expensive ass microphone that I didn't pay for. Key. Anyway, um, welcome back to the Wrasslin room. I am the light bulb in the AEW hallway when the Hurt Syndicate walks through. And I have my lovely co-host here with me this week. And you is who?
It's your boy Shelton Benjamin's tie because his tie was looking right on Dynamite. Good tie. It's a good tie.
So I was told not to watch an entire episode of AEW this week, and I did it anyway, and it wasn't terrible. So, you know,
Progression.
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 Uh,
The way
I go.
Dynamite is, the way that show is set up, I mean, you get through the show without getting like a stomach ache or something. You got yourself a
A
good
stomach
time.
ache is crazy.
That's what I get. Every time I turn TV, let's see that's Big Bang Theory. I say, oh, here we go. Indigestion.
That's not what they're called.
What are you talking about?
It was called in Big Bang Theory.
No, I'm talking about when Big Bang Theory is on, like when it leads into Dynamite.
Oh, the show. I thought you were talking
Oh,
about.
I was calling Moxon and Big Bang Theory.
No. Um, Bang Bang Scissor Gang.
Oh, ew. Oh. I hate I that's a terrible stable name. We need to bring back actual yeah. Someone needs to hey, real quick. Both wrestling companies, both y'all need to start making stables that like have good names because
Your Fusion
we
Collection.
have the big Pure Fusion Collective and the Big Bang and Gangin, the
Banging
Quarter and
and
Exist
ganging is
Crew.
crazy.
Yeah, like the Rocks are clanging and banging. Freaking the Quarter Catch, Nickelback Boys,
Quarter Catch
Lollipop Guild.
Nickelback Boys is nasty because that is not those young men's
Yes, it
names.
is. Yes, it
Oh,
is.
it's not.
You got the damn. It's a whole bunch of bad stables going on, and we need
It's
to
new
fix
Quarter
it.
Catch Crew.
And freaking Mox changed the name of his.
So
They're
they're
not
not
even.
they're not the BCC anymore. The BBC.
No, they're no longer the BBC. They are now the Death Riders. It sounds
Huh.
like a heavy metal group that only plays in libraries, and they can't play in libraries because it's quiet, so they don't play at all. They got no gigs. They trash. The
Well,
freaking Death Riders.
the name does make sense, being that they have attempted to commit murder on multiple occasions, live on pay-per-view for $50.
I thought that was just because that's like the name of Mox's finisher.
I, you
I
asking
thought
the
that's
wrong
why they
person.
called him that. I think that's the name of his finisher, so I figured that's why they call him that. But I don't think the name change was sufficient. Like I don't like the name,
And why
the
do
Death
they
Rider.
keep beating on Yuta like that? Like they was about to sacrifice him the other night. I was like, what the fuck is going on? What I'm like, what in the Jey Uso is going on here? Like
That's what
this
they're
is
trying to do.
this is mental abuse minus like this is mental abuse like 2.0. Like, but there's physical, like actual physical violence. Roman has never actually tried to kill Jay. He's just manipulated him like mentally. They put a chair around his neck and tried to kill Yuta on
That's what
several
they're trying to
occasions
do.
in order to taunt Brian and to taunt Darby Allin. Like, what the fuck? What are we doing?
We need to bring back stable names and freaking protected moves. That those are the two things I need to see. And AEW is doing both of them really bad. AEW's doing one of them bad, so I'll tax them on that. But one of them they're doing perfectly. We'll talk about that later. But um, yeah, got to fix that.
But yeah, it wasn't entirely too bad. I do think that three three and a half bald men in a hallway in suits just isn't a good place to like do a backstage segment. Um, Especially when it's like well lit. There was just a lot of bald going on right there. MVP, it's kind of time. It's been time to let the hair go, brother. But I mean, if you want to keep the whatchamacallit, the moving on up, that's okay
Moving
too.
on.
Like I'm not against it, but at some point you're gonna have to look like the rest of the crew and just go bald. And then y'all tried to bring Ricochet in it, and he light skinned and bald, so it was just a lot going on.
MVP gonna look like Montel Jordan and he come out there looking bald. I want you to see that. He gonna look crazy. Ain't nobody try to see that. His name already Montel. He gonna look crazy. Come out there, he bald as hell.
Hold on, let
I
me
think he
see
was bald
this.
at some point. Was he? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Really,
I
part of me thinks he was, but I can't remember.
I have not been checking for the size or anything that goes on top of MVP's head. I promise you, I haven't. Um,
Ricochet over there looking like Shel Silverstein and shit. I don't know what his problem is.
I
That's the thing though.
just let Ricky live, and I feel like he's wearing suits just to like tease them, like pulling him in, and then they gonna end up jumping him. He's not joining.
I really Tony Khan, for the love of God, add Ricochet to the Hurt business. The Hurt Syndicate with the
Ricochet
freaking Hurt.
replacing
I love you.
Cedric is fucking hilarious. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, it does no bad for anybody. It gives Ricochet a character. He
It's
gets to wear a nice
funny.
suit. He doesn't have to cut a promo. He can do it. All he has to do is go in there and do Ricochet things, and he's good.
Bobby mumbled like 3 words and then like fixed Ricochet's suits, and then they walked away.
Anybody trying to hear Bob, anybody's out of here. You can't
Stop
cut a
disrespecting
promo.
Bobby
That's okay.
Lashley.
I love Bobby
I know
Lashley
you
more than the
love
regular
Big
person.
Bob, but
But he can't compete.
say what you said.
What?
Say what you said about Bob when he talks.
Oh, it sounds like he got water in his mouth.
See, that's crazy.
That's what it sounds like. Every time Bobby talks, oh Rudolph. Go back and watch that promo with him and Brock when they were fighting for the championship.
I don't want to.
Him and Brock were just saying whatever. Brock was and then Bob was oh the WWE. The WWE. Go watch it back. It's horrified. I'll never forget that promo for a day in my life. It was a really bad promo by both of them. Bobby was worse, but Bobby was worse because I expect more out of Bob. Brock and they ain't never been a good promo. And I hope I never see him again. Realistically, Bob has
Yes.
like time to be like better. So fix that, Bob, or not. Just get Mike the MVP. You know what I'm saying? That's the point of the group.
I
Man,
have been watching like a lot of old like wrestling highlights and going back and like watching stuff that I missed during like that gap. And that's a lot of gap. So I was going through
yeah.
um I hope that that did not pick up at any way, shape, or form. Somebody just subscribed to my YouTube channel, and the sound that just played in my ear was morbidly disgusting. Um,
I didn't hear anything. I don't know.
good because it was a voice of a person that you don't enjoy from YouTube, saying some words about a female YouTuber. So,
All right. You know, I don't want to know.
McQueen.
Oh,
Um,
get that dude.
um, but that threw me off because it was really loud. Um, what I will say is this. I've been going back and watching some stuff that I missed, and I've made it my I've made it my business to watch wrestling while I work out, because if you're watching something that can like captivate your attention for a long period of time, you'll forget what you're actually doing. And that's that fucking mini stepper be whooping my ass. So I realized during Crown Jewel that I was able to be on my mini stepper from the women's tag match all the way up until um I want to say the end of Liv and Nia. No, to the end of yeah, the end of Liv and Nia, because Seth and Bronson Reed was in the middle of that, right?
I don't remember the
Cause
order.
at some point I went and got on the treadmill and I was watching the show on my phone. So I was a great distance of, like, working out. So when I went to work out the next day, I asked our lovely friend group, the main event players, what I should watch, and TJ suggested SummerSlam 2007.
Hmm.
What a fucking show. Now, I do remember that because my aunt used to order the pay-per-views and stuff for us when we were kids, or she would, and then she would, like, tape them, and then we would rewatch them over and over again. Now, I do remember bits and parts of that, but I hadn't seen that shit in so long that I was looking at these matches like, bro, what the fuck?
Those days.
And there was no John Cena, so
Alright, see, you just you I give you an answer, you take 'em
Yeah,
out.
Cena and Orton was the main event of that fucking match. Of that card, that title. The card, yes.
God, man,
He be trying to fight me over Cena. It's okay.
good to
You'll be
go
alright.
with that.
Huh?
Well, you be alright. Hit my hand on the desk. Damn it.
um, but yeah, I do think that while WWE stuff is still on Peacock, I'm going to be running through quite a bit of old things and old pay-per-views since, there's like really no commercials in between, and get through my workouts the way that they should be worked through. Cuz I think now that I have like less machine work, that my workouts are really now only an hour and a half instead of them being the 2 full hours. So turning
Cool.
on a show and watching like half of a show is pretty interesting. It's fun.
You watch some of that, like once you get to, like, 2018, 2019, you don't gotta watch it no more. It's just don't talk about that, that didn't happen.
I want to run through the Thunderdome era
No, you
within
don't.
itself, like, just, you
No, you
know.
don't. Well, only watch SmackDown then.
But that's what I was doing in that era anyway.
Oh, well, yeah, well, you're halfway there then.
That's why
We're always
that's why I've retained so much bloodline like story. Was
you
just
wanna see
watching
Johnny Drip
SmackDown.
Drip.
All right, that's enough out of you. Um
Count
AJ
that, that's what's doing it.
AJ Styles turned down being in the TNA Hall of Fame. Um Several dirt sheets reported that WWE had put a stop to it, and AJ got on Twitter and said, "Nah, I s- I'm still an active wrestler. I don't want to be in anybody's Hall of Fame while I'm still wrestling." So I turned it down. I love TNA, but now is not the time. And I respect it.
Very sensible.
The gay community.
Alright. I don't know why I heard so many people screaming at me, telling me that the evil Federation, like, decided to decline a Hall of Fame induction from a company they are actively working with, and I'm like, "Bro,
Actively.
that doesn't make any sense." Like, I understand the dirt sheets and the one like, wanna be able to, like, the everyone wants to be the first to break some news, you know what I'm saying? Everyone has the chance to be, like, the first one to be like, "Oh, I saw this on Twitter or something." We have to take a minute. Let's put our biases to put it to the side for a minute. Y'all know how much I make fun of AEW, but if I hear a thing of like something about New Japan and AEW, I know AEW and New Japan, they work very closely together. So I'm gonna be inclined to believe that they would give them something that they asked for. As do WWE and TNA. They're working right now. Like right now. So why in the world would they decline a Hall of Fame induction for a superstar who was an active superstar on the WWE roster and a pillar of the TNA roster?
I think
Like, what kind of sense that make? Doesn't make any
to
sense.
actually jump ship, or is she like still an TNA knockout?
I don't know what her contract status is. I believe that she might soon. I don't think she did yet.
I have a computer in front of me, sweetheart.
Oh, yeah. I didn't feel like trying to type it. I do think she's still contracted though. I feel like I would have heard that.
She's here. She's on the page.
But
Um,
TNA still?
mhm.
Oh yeah, that's good then.
Xia Li is also up here. This is a beautiful picture.
Riley is great.
She goes by Ying Li now. Why? What? First of all, hold on. I missed something. When the fuck did PCO, sorry, get another belt?
I don't
Why does
know. That's
why
news
does
to
he
me.
have two of them?
I didn't.
I watched when
I
he
didn't
got the
know.
first one. Where did the second one come from? Did I miss something?
I guess so.
Ryan and Nick have the same face, and that's kind of scary how genetics work. It is. It's super scary.
That's news to me. I did not know they had a new belt. What belt is it?
I don't know. It looks super old though. Can I click on him? Oh, this isn't an active roster page like the other website.
Oh,
The Hardys are sharing a square,
that's good. Makes me happy. Makes me smile.
as is the Rascals share a square, but Trey also has his own like individual picture as well as Zach. That makes no sense. So why have the okay? Oh, the Hardys are also like that. They have their own separate roster pictures. This picture of Jeff is amazing. I need that. But they're also separate. I'm gonna share my screen so you can see. You see this picture of Jeff? It's fucking awesome.
Look at that guy.
What's this picture?
Those might be the best looking tag team belts in wrestling today. I ain't gonna cap to you. TNA might have the best belts. Period.
I really like the
Yeah,
Knockouts Championship belt with the
they
white
unveiled those
strap.
belts, man.
The white
That's
strap. Where is she? Did I scroll past her? A B C D E F M. There she
oh,
goes.
it's not the next letter. It's not the next letter. Hell nah. That was crazy.
Tasha, please. I'm begging you. Please. Please.
Someone needs to stop Shawn Michaels before he creates. Well, he's already created the freaking strongest women's division in wrestling. If he just starts, man,
I need her to
man,
cross over, man. I need her to just appear on NXT. That's all I need from Tasha. Please. I need her to go up there and just twerk. That's it.
I
If
put
she
her on
just show
Smack.
up, turn around, pop ass, and leave, I'll be happy.
What? No, come on now. I need more than that. A little
Oh no,
bit.
she gonna whoop somebody ass. I just want, you know how I want to see her go against. I want to see her go against Roxanne, but I also would like to see her go against Lola Vice. I feel like their fighting styles would like have great chemistry, and then they
Argument
can
from me?
twerk together. You know.
No argument from me. I tell you.
Liv Morgan did two very long, extensive podcasts before she went to Philadelphia for Monday Night Raw. I might have talked about the impulsive one last week. No, I talked about the one with Chris Van Vliet last week. The one from Impulsive was longer. I think that was like an hour and a half. She talked about a lot of stuff. I didn't feel like she was really in character much in that. Aside from when like work stuff came up. I feel like I mentioned, but you guys barely heard me last week, so I'm gonna say it again. Logan Paul said he's on paternity leave, and it's just like, no, bitch, you're a part timer who just happened to just had a baby. So like, saying you're on paternity leave makes absolutely no sense to me. But you know, it is
He's
what
been
it
doing that
is.
this entire time, so it's like
All right, you know.
anybody need Logan Paul, bro. It's
Do
okay.
you see Callie?
Allie Armstrong.
Yo, if that's her fucking finisher, my good lord.
It's time for. I ain't gonna lie. Instead of speed, I need to see level up being broadcasted, like, on their YouTube channel or something, because some people don't know
That is on
that it's
Peacock every
you know
Friday after
yeah,
SmackDown.
no one knows that. And I don't be watching every week. I only go when, like, there's someone on there that I really wanna see, but I think at some point, they're gonna have to switch that around because you can really start to, like especially with the ID program now, if they're just putting people on Level Up and then, like, starting them there if they don't wanna put them on TV immediately.
Get to the ID program in a second. Jesus Christ! If y'all would have heard us yesterday,
Man, there's some good things going on. There's some good things going on, and I don't know if people realize it.
um, people are trying to tell me that Jimmy Uso is a double agent, and I think that they're stupid because if you looked at the way everybody was standing yesterday, there's a reason why he's like not standing directly next to Roman, because everybody was spread out in the fucking ring. Um,
Oh,
SmackDown later on in the show because Roman Reigns is getting cussed out. I already did a little something for TikTok and also posted it on YouTube, but I am going to start spazzing out again. Um
we'll be on the side of defending Roman Reigns because I think everything's okay.
why is Kenny Omega cooking Xavier Woods on the timeline?
No, he tried to cook him, and then Xavier said, "What's really?" And then he didn't do nothing, so, Kenny's scared.
What happened? Wait, whoa. Oh, you haven't seen me wrestle? You don't have cable. That's tracks. I'll be wrestling on Netflix soon, so you can watch me on there. You still out there? Wait, you still out from your little tummy ache? Damn!
Get him out the way.
Why he cook him like
Kenny didn't say nothing after it. Get him out the way. What you talking
Why
about?
he cook him like that? That's nasty.
Consequences free. What you talking about? Get some consequences this round. We'll get some
Aw.
consequences for that, Creed.
If I knew big event in Why was today, I would have went. Even though that shit is so fucking far, I would have had to leave Connecticut at 5 o'clock to get to to that location for 10 a.m. 5
We're
a.m.
gonna
to
go to
get there for
Complex
10
Con.
a.m. Huh?
We're gonna go to Complex Con. There's mad wrestlers gonna be there.
That's just Fanatics Fest on crack because they're sending the same people.
Oh, okay. That works too.
But this is good to see Paul and Kayla. I bet you people asking Paul when the fuck his ass coming back to work and he's not responding.
He needs to do something.
Um, why is Solo on the naughty list?
He didn't do nothing good.
He's running his bloodline. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's not running anything. Jacob
See,
Fatu is running his
and this is
bloodline.
what I be talking about, bro.
What?
Like, you just be disrespecting him for no reason.
Nah, I have no reason to respect him still. He's working on it. He's better than before, so progression is always good. You know what I'm saying? We work to get to what we want.
That laugh last
But
night was great. Bro said, ah, ha, ha, ha,
I don't know what his problem
ha.
is. I ain't like that laugh. His mouth was way too wide open. Ah, ah. I was okay. It wasn't that funny. It was
You
funny at
heard
all.
every HA come out of his mouth.
I didn't want to hear all that.
That shit was
It's funny.
great. No, because Ray calls him Marcus Houston, right? In that moment when he was laughing like that, I saw it and it pissed me off.
That's crazy. That is ridiculous.
Crown Jewel. It happened.
Morgan.
The fuck was that? What was that?
Morgan got a ring, and none of y'all else did. Don't tell me about no Nia Jax. Don't tell me about none of that. Don't tell me about none of that. I definitely thought Nia was about to win, but Liv won, and I'm very happy for it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't believe in us, but God did. Everything is good in the world. And guess what? The best thing about this championship, they can't even take it away from her. You can't even take it away from her. She's the first to ever do it. People can't call her not a star. They can't say she's expendable. All the things that I've heard about Liv Morgan over the years are now essentially completely incorrect. At the time, they were incorrect before, but now they're, like, factually incorrect. Because now you can't say anything that isn't, like, fully, like, opinion based. If you wanna say a fact about Liv Morgan, a negative one, it can be immediately flipped with, like, some fact that is, like, showing you how wrong you are. You know what I'm saying? Everything that they say Liv Morgan was not, she's showing you that she is, and probably more than that. So, her being the first name in the history books alongside Cody Rhodes, who is the man in the company right now, it's just you know what I'm saying? I'm always right. I'm always right.
There was rumors that the women's tag match wasn't going to happen and that it was gonna actually be Rhea versus Raquel, but Rhea got hurt, and I'm like, that's bullshit because Rhea got hurt after that tag match was announced.
Oh, yeah.
That just didn't make any sense to me.
I'm so happy that Rhea and Raquel didn't happen. I don't care about that. I don't.
We've seen that match a million times.
I
It's not
they're
even
giving me
a.
Rhea Ripley fatigue, and that's very bad 'cause I love Rhea Ripley, but they're giving me Rhea Ripley fatigue.
Do
So
you
her
feel
being
like?
out,
Do you
like
feel like her being out is gonna like change the way people look at Liv's title run right now?
no, I think Liv being champion is very decisive. If you like it or you don't. So if you don't like it, you're not gonna be swayed just because someone got hurt. You know, you're still probably not gonna like it. The only thing we can do now is make sure that she just defends the championship against as many people as possible until Rhea comes back. They can't just
Yeah,
have her just sit on the belt and wait. That
it's
won't do much.
they pretty much said Rhea's not coming back to WrestleMania, so
Yeah, then just have Liv defend the championship as much as physically possible, or have her lose it. I if Io Sky were to go out there and beat her, I would have absolutely no problem with that. To me, Liv Morgan did everything she needed to do with that belt.
how does Bones heal? Cause she like broke the bone around her fucking eye.
I don't. uh,
Why are my
Shit
cap
sounded
locks
good.
on? Did you see that?
Yes, just screaming in the search bar.
Soon after a fracture occurs, the body is asked to protect the injured area and forms a protective blood clot. Oh, new quote unquote threads of the bone cells start to grow on both sides of the fracture line. These threads grow towards each other and the fracture closes. Damn, so how long does it take? Cause that was like a
Sounds like a long
orbital.
time.
That was like an orbital bone. It's like it's not like it wasn't like it's like the way the X-ray looks. Hold on, let me see if I can go to WWE. Swerve. Fucking heart on
He's
his
loving
fucking
it.
throat. I could have went to Rhea's not Instagram, her Twitter, and got to what I need faster than going to WWE. But we're already here, so there we go. So where it's broken right here. You see that? Where the other side of her eye isn't? This is like broke.
Mhm.
So that would have to like heal downward. No?
I guess.
Ooh. Also, her facial structure is different.
I don't know how that would impair her vision, but I mean,
It's just a matter of the bone not piercing her fucking eyeball and her going
oh
blind. Yeah.
yeah,
Cuz her eyeball is right here. So this top piece is like what's where the fracture is. Yep, it says suffered a fractured right orbital socket. So I hope she gets better. I don't know what kind of makeup they was using because she was still like on TV after that shit happened. Because it happened the week before the NXT attack, and
yeah.
she was still on Raw. She was on SmackDown. Well, I think SmackDown was double taped, so yeah, she was still on TV. Whew. Um, we were talking about Crown Jewel, Liv Morgan, and that's how Rhea came up. Um, uh, I'm glad that we now know that Randy Orton was alive until last night. Because after him and Kevin forgot how old they were and just started body flipping and rolling and jumping off of shit at Crown Jewel, we didn't have any update on Randy. Their match actually never started. And not gonna lie to you, I think that was the best way to go with that. However, excuse me, how things went yesterday was actually insane. And I'm gonna say
That
this again. I hope he's okay, like in real life.
Now that is how you protect a finisher that is banned. There's no reason why. I saw the video of when I forget who it was. Somebody gave a power driver to Orange Cassidy on the steel steps, and then Cassidy got up and like kept fighting. And I'm like, I don't like that. And AEW's not the only people to do it. WWE does it has done it like frequently. Just as far as like finishers not meaning anything anymore. Finishers used to mean the match is over. You know what I'm saying? And then as time went on, I think the as we saw like I don't know what I don't think I don't know what wrestling company really like changed it. After a while, once we got to like 2015, 2016, we started to see picking out of finishers. You know what I'm saying? So like now these days, you damn near got to hit your finisher 3 times.
Super
Not
finisher.
really. Yeah, that's the thing. There's no reason why Cody Rhodes is doing this. Hit the freaking crossroads 3 times all the time. You know what I'm saying? That should be if he does do it, one, that should end the match. And two, I think he should be ending matches with the crossroads. You know what I'm saying? I think we should be like producing matches to where if they hit the finisher, whoever's first to hit the finisher, the match is over. That's why it's called the finisher. There should be no reason why I hit my finishing move and the match is not finished. You know what I'm saying? That's why we've had the death of the super kick, the death of the spear. These moves like Shawn Michaels, when you hit the Sweet Chin Music match, the game it was over. It was done. The only people that kicked out of the Sweet Chin Music was like Undertaker or Cena or something like that. I saw on AEW freaking Al Malachi and freaking Adam Cole had a match. I think they were wrestling on Wednesday. Malachi hit his the Black Mass, so I think he calls it like the end now. Adam Cole kicked out. He kicked out at 2. The Black Mass used to be you hit that move, your whole body would just went limp. The game with the show it was over. It was protected like the end of days was for a little bit until I think like Drew McIntyre kicked out like some WrestleMania. I think it was like WrestleMania 38. Whatever. Hold up. What WrestleMania was that? Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre had a match, and Drew kicked out of the end of days. I think. Yeah. Please find that for me. 'Cause now I'm thinking
That's
about it.
not what I was
I
looking
think
up.
that
I'm
was WrestleMania.
sorry.
What are you looking up now?
Something that we about to talk about. We're gonna go back to Randy Orton in a second. Um,
Oh,
you said
what
who
the
kicked
fuck?
out of the end of days?
Yeah, I think it was Drew at like WrestleMania. So I know they had a match. Something tells me it was at
Who's
WrestleMania 38.
googling this?
I
Did
don't
you see that?
what.
Yes, Drew was the first person to kick out. He bragged about that shit on his interview with Chris Van Vliet at
Okay.
WrestleMania 38.
Okay.
I
No,
think he's
okay.
the only person who's kicked out of that, no?
For it, for a little bit, it was protected until like people weren't kicking out of that move for like a long time, and then he hit it, and Drew kicked out. And that's why. Yeah, okay, I remember that now. That was the Happy Corbin stuff, I think. Him and Madcap were just running around every week. But yeah, it just finishers don't mean anything anymore. And do you had like I remember being so mad when Roman kicked out of the Super Attitude Adjustment at SummerSlam. That move is supposed to be Cena only does that move when the match is over. And I know Roman is more protected than that move. But come on, at that point, just don't do the move then. You know what I'm saying? We need to bring back finishers meaning something. But these days, it's like you got to do multiple finishes, and I feel like that takes away from the oh Undertaker kicked out of the Sweet Chin Music. Oh Triple H kicked out of the Tombstone. The crowd, I don't think the crowd will pop anymore because you're expecting them to kick out of the move. You know what I'm saying? I think the RKO is pretty protected still. Um, um, there's certain moves that are still somewhat protected in wrestling today, but like I can't. I have a very hard time watching wrestling matches where it's like you got to hit 6 finishers to end the match. It's like, bro, it gets cool, but then like no fighting spirit stuff, and they hit the move and they no sell it. Come on, come
What
on.
is your problem?
I don't like it. There's no reason why.
I just want you
Randy,
to
Randy
stop
Orton, like,
making these type of sounds because you
that's
did
what
that.
that's what
You
they
did
always
that in a
do.
TikTok video the other day, and I was in here fucking crying. And I was like, "Wait, this is serious. Why am I
That's what they
laughing?"
always do. They always do that. They did said scream. It's like when Jeff Jarrett hit Sting with the guitar, and he just ate it, and but the crowd was like, "Oh!" Because that's how you do it. It's supposed to be very in very small increments should you be doing stuff like that. Usually that means the match Sting would have failed. Sting just ate the guitar shot. The crowd exploded. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're supposed to do it. Randy damn near dying after that power driver, which again, KO pulling out a power. I screamed so loud. I
It
wish I
just
recorded my
like
reaction
the
to that.
way that
I
it
screamed so
looked.
loud.
The way that it looked,
Oh,
it just didn't look like that Kevin was able to get Randy all the way up. Because the way that Randy rolled over and was like tensed up and like his shoulders didn't leave his neck was super fucking concerning. And you can see in that moment that Kevin broke character. Kevin's entire face was worried. He wasn't like, fuck yeah, I did that shit. He was like, holy shit, something's fucking wrong. And clearly, what I'm finding out right now at the moment, something actually is wrong with Randy Orton after the power driver that happened last night. So he's been diagnosed with some type of nerve injury. I don't know how to say this shit. Someone like Google do it for me. If
Neuropraxia.
neuropraxia is that what she just said to us?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. Um, and it's the mildest form of is that please help me out. You know I'm dyslexic.
Oh, I read it.
Jesus.
Modest form of peripheral nerve injury commonly induced by. Oh, wow, these I don't even know those 2 words. Was it?
See?
I'm not
Okay.
even gonna try to say that. I've never even seen those 2 words before. Damn,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Is
Sounds dangerous.
the conduction of nerves and pulses is blocked in the in the injured area. So like his motor and sensory skills are like partially or entirely lost. Um there's no timeline on when he's returning, which is crazy because Randy literally just came back a year ago. Um and that's scary. WWE did report this um an hour ago. So um I hope he gets better. Um yeah, when Cody said call Kim, which is Randy's wife, I was like, yeah, something's not right. There's no way that this is in the script. Something was super off. And that
You don't think they're just selling it?
no, that's serious.
I literally thought they were selling it because I heard Randy say he couldn't feel. I was like, I don't know.
Rod's in his fucking neck.
I thought they were doing a thing where he like, cause that's the thing. When you do a move like that, that's a banned move. I would expect them to sell it as if, oh, that's not good. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but when motherfuckers like start. Like I said, he didn't get him up. Like it actually looked like Randy fell like directly on his shit. He didn't tuck
That's
his
what I'm
neck or
saying.
anything. It just it looked really really
I think
bad.
that's what I'm saying. I think that was the point. I
Because
think
people
that was
also
the
thought
point of
that
the movie.
that when WWE posted Rhea's X-rays, that was also a work, and then they wrote her off of TV.
I mean, both of those things can be true though. You know, like they can still write them off TV and it be at work. That would be something to where it's like they're writing them off with a storyline. If Randy's actually hurt, then that's its own thing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we never want something like that. But I was more even after watching it last night. I didn't see the like. I thought they were just selling the move. 'Cause either way, even if let's just say Randy's not like, let's say Randy's okay, you would still had to sell the move as if he wasn't okay. That's what you just did a banned move that was banned for that exact reason. You know what I'm saying? That it hurts people, and we all know Randy has back problems in the first place. So him being hurt or not, they still would have had to sell it the exact same way. That's why I was confused on whether it was real or not.
I thought he was about to hit him
So
with a pedigree. I did. Like it looked like he was setting up for a pedigree, and I was just like, "Oh, what are we doing?"
I didn't I didn't even see him do a power. I thought he was going to power bomb him. He pulled him down, and that wasn't even a jumping power driver. That was a pull, like a rolling one. I think they call it a rolling power driver. I was like, oh, nah, that was crazy. So it's like, I mean, again, I really hope that he's not actually hurt because, of course, why in the world would that to happen? But I think for now, I'm still gonna be on the pretense of just they're trying to sell this move. Like, why the hell would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Um, what? No,
Sweet chin music.
I would press triangle. You wouldn't even be able to do something like that to me.
Also, what else? Um, Attitude adjustment.
You're not hitting any finishing moves on me.
KOD.
You're not. What did I just tell you? You're not
Jaded.
hitting any finishing moves on me. All right, see,
Jaded.
you're just saying moves.
Um,
There's not a move in the world that you will be able to hit on me. I'm pressing triangle.
F5.
I'm mad good at 2K.
Superman punch.
I'm mad, I'm
Spear.
excellent at 2K.
Also slash.
You gonna spear me? Where you gonna jump off the couch?
Kick.
Where are you gonna jump off of? No, go back to the splash. Tell me where you're gonna jump off.
Uh,
Tell me where you're
uh,
gonna jump off. There's nowhere for you to jump.
a nightstand.
You're not gonna get on your nightstand and then jump off of it. That would be more dangerous for you.
I am rather tall. It's not gonna
You
work.
getting up there would be the hardest part. You fucking whoa, you gonna
That's
fall off
cap.
that
That's
bitch.
cap. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. That's cap. That's
How was
cap.
that cat?
That's cap. Because I
Explain to me
was
how was
just
that cat.
on top of that motherfucker to put my backdrop up to do them Halloween pictures.
You telling me that you got up on your nightstand?
Yes. How do you think that thing is pinned to the wall? I still haven't taken it down because that means I have to get back up there.
How long did that take you to get up there? Did you just jump up there with
I
ease?
stepped on the edge of my bed frame, and then I put my other foot on top of the nightstand, and then I put my other foot that was on the bed frame on the nightstand, and I stood up. Head was tilted up under the ceiling like I was Omos on a plane, but
Oh yeah, no.
I was up there.
By the time you get up there, I would have moved out the way. You're not hitting
All
that move
right.
on me.
Okay. All right.
I like that.
All right.
Not the one.
Flying elbow. No.
Man, if you don't, yo,
Hit you with an H bomb. Yeah, that's what I'm hitting you with. I'm hitting you with that. Where's Jade Cargill's waist in this photo?
I didn't realize how much taller she was than Bianca. That's crazy.
Jade's 5'10".
Damn, true.
Yeah, she's 5'10". All right, let's run through Crown Jewel because we keep getting off track. Cody won. LA Knight retained.
Yeah.
Randy and Kevin never started. Liv Morgan won. Seth beat Bronson Reed for whatever ungodly reason.
Thank you. Stupid. I had people trying to tell, oh, it makes Bronson Reed look strong. No, it doesn't.
No. He should have
No,
won
it
that
does
match,
not.
but I mean, they set us up for a three-peat. So that'll be coming soon. If they do the next match at Survivor Series, I will not be mad. Because y'all do need to like get these cards together. The our women's tag team champions retained, and Solo Sikoa pinned Roman Reigns. He is the third person to do so within the last 4 years. So Jay was the first at Money in the Bank last year, Cody Rhodes this year at WrestleMania, and baby cousin Solo Sikoa this year at Crown Jewel. So yeah, there we go. That match was rather interesting. I appreciated that it opened. Cause y'all know Roman don't like being at work. Like he comes, show up, and he get the fuck out of Dodge. Cause he for sure got on a plane right after that match was over. He did not stay for Raw and none of that shit. He was gone. He put his hair up in a ponytail. He got on his jet and he came back to America. He had Disney World things to do. I feel like Roman spends a lot of time at Disney. And I would too if I still lived in Orlando. Those were good times. Those were good times.
Damn shame.
Huh?
Damn shame.
I was going for free. What do you mean?
Not you, him.
Oh, I was about to say, the only thing I ever really had to pay for was food. But no, with him, like if he's going, he'll have like a VIP tour. Although I feel like he's an annual pass holder. He could just go whenever. But celebrities and stuff like that, they do set up the VIP tours, and those shits are like $10,000.
Yeah, you know me when I went over there, you know what I'm saying? I didn't wait in no lines, you know what I'm saying? I had the food hot. It was crazy, you know what I'm saying? It's just life, you know. But I
You didn't
might
have
head
to
over
wait
there.
in no line.
I got the, you know what I'm saying? When I got there, I got the VIP, you know what I'm saying? They walked in there, I got the VIP parking, you know what I'm saying?
I actually wanted
So, yeah.
to when I was there, I was applying to actually be a VIP tour guide, and I had too many points on my record, and they were like, "Nah, sis." I was like, "Damn, well, I guess I'm going home."
They didn't trust you? That's crazy.
I had too many points on my record, so they were just like, "Yeah, nah." And I was just like, "I'm not staying in custodial." But I was working one night when Captain America, with his voluptuous self, was at the park. I was absolutely waiting for Chris Evans to walk past me. I'm not gonna hold you. I was, and I
What are you
missed
gonna
him
do?
by like a millisecond. I was like,
Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get. I see freaking Captain America.
like I was going to the break room, and they were bringing him backstage to like Soren, because apparently that's his favorite ride at Epcot, and
Oh, he's whack. No, I really don't like
like
him.
I was going to the trailer, and by the time like I got inside the trailer, he had walked past, and a whole bunch of girls came inside. It was like, oh, and I was like, "Are you serious? I missed him by like 2 seconds." And then like all the NXT superstars fucking frequent the fuck out of Disney. Tiffany Stratton recently did Drinking Around the World. Seth and Becky take Rue all the time. Alexa Bliss fucking lives at Epcot. That's why she ain't come back to work yet. It's like, damn, everybody just be at Disney when I no longer work there. It's whatever, though. So, that's it for Crown Jewel. I hope everyone enjoyed the things.
The goofy ass ring is stupid too.
I mean, I figured once Triple H announced the belts at Bad Blood, I was just like, those belts are staying in Saudi. Like, I knew that they weren't gonna be anything for the superstars to carry around. It would just be like a title for them to have. That I knew that from the jump. I was just like, there's just no way. And then when they kept showing the belts, I was like, yeah, they're for sure putting these shits in a vault with a picture right next to it. And I said that shit during the pre-show, and then apparently before I said it, he had already said that that's what was gonna happen. And I didn't know it. I was just like, yeah, they're gonna just lock these shits up at the WWE experience with a picture of the winner next to it. And I said that in your chat, and you was like, I don't care what they do with the shit.
I know, because goofy ass.
And that's exactly what happened. They put them shits in a vault and took a picture. You thought they was gonna let them carry around a 50-carat diamond belt? Absolutely not. That shit still looks like
bigger than Liv is.
That shit looks like a fucking AEW title, and y'all can't tell me no different. I don't like it at all.
I just want Liv to use the ring like MJF uses his ring, like when she got to win the match, put a ring out and just bow. It's in my face. How you do it? No, I want her to use the ring. She got it. Ain't nobody else can get it. You should use the ring for her advantage.
See, it was in your neck of the woods. This past Wednesday, due to the elections.
Yeah.
And before we get into it, I just want to talk shit real quick.
Oh boy.
I understand that some of us content creators have the obligation of promoting certain things, right? And sometimes we have to fabricate those things. But to outright lie is crazy. So,
I don't know where you're going with this.
There's a creator, and I'm not going to say his name, who has a deal with one of the, like the resale ticket companies, right? He made a video and claimed that he bought a resale ticket and was front row at the NXT show in Philly at 2300, right? Just, I guess, to like promote the video and be like to promote the company, be like, oh, I got this ticket. This was the only ticket left. It cost this much, right? Well, come to find out, he actually bought a meet and greet ticket from WWE because he was seen in a video with Bubba Ray. Like, he was like in the background of a video at 2300. So I'm like, it's one thing to be like, yeah, the tickets are low on such and such on this website, blah, 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 blah. Like, this is the ad, this, that, and the third. But to flat out be like, I bought my ticket day of, this is how much the ticket was, and this is why so-and-so was yelling in my face, is crazy work. When you know you bought a meet and greet ticket. Because those were really the only tickets that were left after the tickets went on sale and sold out. How fast did they sell out?
Oh, 30 seconds.
There we go. Because he tried to get tickets twice.
I will say this. I don't know what the situation you're talking about, so I'm not going to speak on that. But I will say
I can show you who I'm talking about because his picture's on the screen right now.
Oh, okay. I mean,
see my cursor?
No.
Oh, I stopped moving it. It's right here.
Either way, I do think that we're the tickets, they opened up more like the day before. So I figured they were gonna open up more seats. I don't know how it was set up in there 'cause I ended up not going. But yeah, that's all I know. I know they ended up opening up more seats, which I figured they would, but that place looked jam packed anyway, you know. And part of me is happy I didn't go. Part of me is happy I didn't go because it was a cool show. It just wasn't what like I would have spent money on. at this point, you know what I'm saying? If it was a pay-per-view, I probably would've been more locked in. For a regular Tuesday show, as good as the show was, I got the same experience by sitting at home, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure the energy in there was insane, which I'm sure at some point I would love to go to that arena because I see it all the time. Um, but I do feel like while the show was not as bad as some people were saying, 'cause some people just didn't like the show as a whole, but, um, I do believe that it could have been better in some ways. I think some people saw it and tried to say it was an ECW tribute show when I don't think it was that. I think it was more of just they're in the ECW arena, so some ECW stars are gonna be there, you know what I'm saying? I wanted my boy Raven to be there, but he wasn't. But, Bully was there, Bully had a match, Rhino had a spot, Francine was in the crowd, Dawn Marie was a ref, RVD was a part of the Javon and Wesley match, you know what I'm saying? They had a few people in there.
Wesley's ass. Sorry.
They had a few cool moments in there, so I took the show for what it was. I wasn't really expecting too much. Um, but no, I definitely had oh my god, damn phone. Um, I definitely had um, more fun at, like, different weekly shows, and I think that's just because while NXT is still very good right now, I think they are learning how to do more things, and sometimes they, like I don't think they missed the mark. It's just, like, certain things that they promote a certain way, it doesn't really go that way, you know what I'm saying? I blame myself because when I found out that they were gonna be going against AEW, I thought they were gonna pull that what they shit that shit they pulled when they had Cena and Undertaker pull up, you know? I thought they're gonna try to pull some shit like that, but it wasn't even that deep. Plus, they beat NXT, but they beat AEW, which we all could have saw coming, but I didn't I figured that was gonna be more in their mind, which I don't think it really was. Dunzio was there. It was a whole bunch of people there, but again, not a bad show. And in the slightest. I enjoyed it, but it's just, I do feel like the best is yet to come with NXT, and, um, I'm happy that the first of all, both the women's matches were the best matches of the night, I will say that. Jetta Parker and Lola was excellent, and the 10-man or 10-woman at the end was freaking
Yeah,
excellent.
I'm happy that Trick and them did not main event. That would have pissed me off because I did
Yeah.
not pay attention to that match at all.
It wasn't really much. That seeing Julia and Stephanie and all of them in, like, in one ring was that just showed you how they are Like, I don't know how they're doing it so well, but they're doing an amazing job of building that women's division, and if NXT just got gutted right now and everyone on that roster went over to the main roster, you have a situation where the entire landscape of the main roster would be, like, flipped, you know what I'm saying? Because like, Julia and Stephanie on their own, they can you can have them match up against the Biancas and the Rheas of the main roster extremely quick, and it wouldn't feel like they're out of place, you know? So,
Oh,
shout out to Shawn Michaels for that too.
I I, I want to say something about Dawn Marie, really quick. Um, she hit a 3 count at some point in that match, and Lola had already kicked out. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, she hit a 1, 2. Maybe she was trying to catch herself, but she definitely 1, 2, 3, and the kick out was like at 2. I was just like, damn.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when they bring they bring him in there to be a special guest ref, and they probably never did it before. It's been a long time since they did it, you know? I didn't notice
Got
it.
some Botox.
I saw someone tell me that Javon Evans was green, and I don't know how much I believe that. I do think that the beginning of the Wesley match, I think he was going a little bit slower because Devon Russell's extremely, extremely fast. I think West could be able to keep up with him, but some wrestlers aren't going to be able to. You know?
The thing is too is that niggas gotta be careful when wrestling with Wes, and I feel like Wes doesn't realize where the fuck he was, like where his body was at this time last year, and he's still wrestling like he didn't have to like have surgery and learn how to walk again. like, let's calm down.
Hey, I mean, I think that's the in a way, that's the culture of NXT at this point of just, like, going, like, all out and not really worrying about that shit, you know what I'm saying? And both of them still wrestle at an extremely high quality. I do think that, um, Javon being in the WWE is the best place because they have an actual place where you can develop, you know what I'm saying? You can get better on certain things, and for some reason, this is what I wanna say, I don't like when people criticize NXT wrestlers, and I feel like I said this before, but I don't like when people criticize NXT wrestlers because 'cause they're in a establishment where they're learning, you know what I'm saying? So, yes, there's gonna be certain things they don't know how to do, but they're not on the main roster, they're not main eventing WrestleMania, so I don't know why people insist on, like, ridiculing them to the highest extent when these are clearly people who, 1, may not and may have never wrestled before. They may have wrestled before, but then they could have wrestled somewhere else, and wrestling somewhere else is a lot different than wrestling the way that this company wants you to wrestle. You know, there's a whole bunch of different things. So I'm very slow to criticize NXT superstars because it's like they're in school. You know what I'm saying? They're learning how to be prepared for Raw and SmackDown and stuff like that. So when it's time for them to go up there, those problems that y'all said they had, they don't have them anymore. You know? So that's just me though.
Um, Lashley is now in AEW. Womp womp. Um, Goldberg
Womp
and
womp. What do you mean?
Goldberg announced his retirement match will be in 2025. Hopefully
That's the womp womp.
hopefully it's against Braun Breaker so people can cut it out with the comparisons and shit. Um Elimination Chamber will be held in Toronto on February 1st. It's either February or March 1st. I think it's February 1st. Um uh that's cool. I'm not getting a passport to go to Drake Land to watch no wrestling. So y'all have fun with that. Um I have a slight rant. Just slight before I cuss out Roman Reigns. Um Wrestling fans, know your fucking boundaries, please. I never thought the day would come where I would be defending Phil Brooks. But y'all pushing me to it. So WWE has this new ID program where they're basically like scouting in the indies and at like wrestling schools and stuff. So CM Punk commented on Zeta Steel being a prospect, and he said, "Welcome to the program." Somebody quoted the tweet and says, "Another woman for Punk to fuck." Someone responded to that comment and said, and they go on about Vince grooming women. This guy, CM Punk, should be investigated for sexual misconduct. A married man having affairs left and right. Horrible guy he is. I can't stand him. A guy, mid-40s, married, chasing girls 20 to 25. Embarrassing. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? He can't congratulate somebody he's about to be working with. And the whole rumor that y'all created of him being the reason why Braun and Cora Jade broke up is fucking stupid. So, y'all should probably watch your mouths and stop starting rumors. Because when motherfuckers start suing y'all asses for defamation of character, y'all gonna scream y'all ain't got no fucking money. And niggas is just gonna be like, open your purse. And that's just gonna be the end of it. It's gonna be nobody's fault but yours. That's what I have to say about that.
Heard.
WWE is no longer interested in legalizing betting on predetermined matches. So WWE will they're not partnered with DraftKings anymore, I guess. Wow. Austin Theory was on Chris Van Vliet this week. I think that episode dropped yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. It was really good. It was a good listen. He was out of character for most of it. Um, he's not really a dickhead. Um, he said a lot of the things that's happened to him in his career in the short amount of time that he's been with WWE has actually just wowed the shit out of him. Um, he manifested his match with Cena. Um, he said he didn't tell anybody how like he was gonna sell the stunner from Stone Cold. He didn't, the rock bottom. Um, he said Rock owes him a pair of Yeezys because Rock for sure threw his goddamn shoe in the audience. We saw that on national TV.
Mm.
I guess they just go to him whenever like these legacy superstars pop up or whatever they're just visiting. He gets the spot immediately because he knows what to do without, them having to tell him to do it. It's really dope. I think you should go listen to it, but you don't like him, so it is what it is. Um,
I ain't got a problem with him. I think he's an excellent wrestler. I just his voice annoys me, so I think that's all.
it was
He'd
really,
be a
really
cool
dope.
guy. I just don't like his voice.
He talked about being like a background character, in a lot of movies and stuff like that. He said the first time he met Rock was on the set of a Fast and Furious movie
That's
because he
nasty.
was an extra in the movie. And then he said the next time he met him again was that night that he got that rock bottom on SmackDown last year.
He said, "Shut up, bitch." That shit was hilarious.
You're a asshole. You're a asshole. That was a great night.
The Rock guy pisses me off sometimes, but he
He's funny.
that man has crowd control like no other.
Lance Onawai has been signed to WWE. He is in NXT. He's injured, which is why he hasn't debuted yet. We have no insight on what the fuck Hikuleo is doing. But Lance was in Philadelphia this past week with everyone doing some charity work, and one of the referees dropped like a picture with everybody that was involved, and Lance was just standing there just as big as fuck as he want to be, just cheesing. It was like, oh, so all those tweets he was teasing since Mania, he was literally telling us, hey guys, I'm signing. So it's pretty fucking awesome.
Right.
Why are these niggas just stretched across two chairs like this having a conversation?
They're both excellent.
That shit has to hurt.
Johnny Joy and RVD are both excellent.
Tried to kill Jay and Jimmy had to come get him. I do.
At times.
Say that they're good. Oh! Indy Hartwell, Tegan Knox, and Baron Corbin have all been released from the WWE. I fucking hate it here. I enjoy all three. Candace still did the hand thing when she came out last night. I've spoke about this before. Tegan Knox has encouraged me to become a wrestler, which I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna stick to doing this. I think Baron Corbin should open up a restaurant. I might have said this last week though, but yeah, I think he should open a restaurant. His food looks immaculate, like at all times. Yeah, because I said he should cater. He should cater our wedding, and you were like, no.
I'm not eating no bum ass Corbin food.
See
I'm
how
joking.
black
No,
it could be.
I'm joking. I'm sure he can cook very well. I just
Food be looking good as shit. Steak.
we gotta do a taste test first.
I did an eye test. That's what works.
No, see, that's what gets you messed up. You're gonna do an eye test, you try the food, then it's a tragedy.
Is she smacking her on the butt? Okay.
Explain to the audience what you're watching.
Oh, Naomi was smacking Tiffany Stratton on the ass. Or lack thereof
Alright.
ass. Jesus! Y'all expect me to not stand Callie? Y'all are trifling as fuck. This woman is amazing. She's amazing. Look at Pierce. Look at Pierce. Look at Adam Pierce. He doesn't miss a second to remind us that he is Scrap Daddy.
I'm not calling him Scrap Daddy.
Hey, Dion.
What's his finisher? Quickly.
Dion Lennox does not have a finisher. What are you talking about?
That's not true. That is not true. You heard that, y'all? She just said a wrestler don't have a finisher. See, this what happens.
He doesn't
That's
have
what
a
happens.
known finisher, I should say.
No, you don't know it.
No, what you're talking about. He was on NXT Wednesday, reading a book, minding his business, being black and excellent.
Looking stupid. I can't even hate on him because he can do a spine buster very well. Now I'm a sucker for good spine buster. Trying to hate and it's not working. Trying to hate and it's not working. I don't know how I feel about it.
So for Christmas, right? I would like a women's U.S. championship belt.
That's what I was going to ask you about.
About the belt?
Well, I mean, like, instead of you having it, who would be the first to like win the shit? No, not you. On the actual damn roster.
I posed that question on TikTok today, and I went down the women on the roster who would be considered mid-carders. Right now, the top of my list would be between Michin and Chelsea. Michin tweeted that she's never won a championship in WWE, which I think that would be more of a reason to give it to her. Everyone has been rooting for Chelsea all year. Chelsea was everyone's number one pick for Money in the Bank, but it went to Tiffany. It was between those two, but it went to Tiffany instead. I feel like Naomi should have all the belts, just so that the big three, everyone in the big three would have gold.
It's gonna be 9 next week.
Hopefully, because Nia is Triple H's favorite. So
Is she?
Yeah. Why do you think she's back? And she keeps coming back.
She's getting pinned. And she keeps getting pinned. She got pinned by Bailey and Naomi didn't live. She gets pinned a lot.
Let's see, what else? They need to hurry up and start setting up the women's war games. And if they do brand versus brand for the women, I don't have a problem with that since the bloodline already has it for the men. I have to sneeze. So yeah, thanks.
Donnie said that.
No, she doesn't work there anymore, so it doesn't matter.
Made me really angry. I saw that after I got off stream, and I got really mad.
You notice how I didn't let the listeners hear what you said, and I proceeded to talk over you immediately.
No. I need them to know what he said.
No, but she doesn't work there anymore, so it doesn't matter. She's a mom.
That does not matter. That does not matter.
She's a mom. She doesn't work there anymore. She's on permanent leave.
One day.
She has not signed a contract to come back.
I'm saying, if at any point she can sign that, you understand that.
I understand that. No, yeah, I get that, but
she's
not going to be the inaugural. We're talking about Becky Lynch, by the way. She's not going to be the inaugural.
Yeah. I hope not. I hope you're correct, but I'm telling you this now.
I think that belt should just be on SmackDown. And they should just put the women's IC over. But we haven't. I mean, can we get to Raw Monday, please? Because everyone's just like, oh, both rosters can contend. Why?
He already said it.
But why?
I don't know why.
I didn't even
I
hear him
wouldn't have
say
done
that. I
that.
think I was just mesmerized by the belt because the belt looks exactly like the fan made renders. So I was just like, the words women's should be bigger on the
I
title,
complained. I was
though.
like, bro, yeah, it's kind of small. I mean, it's alright. The belt has been on 2K since 2K came out. The belt has been in community creations for like a very long time. So I was just happy the belt existed. I don't care what it looked like, if I'm being honest with you. I'm happy the belt is there and there can be a tournament, not a battle royal, maybe a ladder match. I would love an 8 woman ladder match for it. You know what I'm saying? But they're probably not gonna do that, probably gonna do another ass tournament. A tournament would be cool. I ain't mad at you, you know? But just please. Chelsea Green, Mi Chin, Zelina Vega, please, please. Because you're not gonna have
Before
her
I push y'all.
like those are my top three. You know what I'm saying? Everyone else, there should be no reason why in like the first few months of the existence of the belt that a main event star should win that. You know what I'm saying?
Don't even put Jade and Bianca in the match. They're tag team champions. Leave
No,
them out.
I can make the 8 woman ladder match now if I look at the damn roster. Yeah, I already said three: Zelina, Chelsea, and Michin.
I still haven't got
You
my
know,
Jade Uso side plates, guys. I'm sorry.
you can do a gauntlet match. The possibilities are endless.
Well, since we're talking about nice things and nice things in the WWE, um, let's talk about shit things in the WWE, like merch. Yeah.
Roman's shirt says Yeet on it.
And no one seems to have an issue with that but me.
I was mad. I was mad when I saw that shirt. His shirt
Because
says Yeet on it in very small print with a
here
text bubble.
here's my thing, right? Roman said yeet one time after saying no yeet for 6 to 8 months. He said yeet one time, and you niggas put that shit on the shirt. He
Hey
still has
man,
yet to apologize to his cousin. And y'all gonna put the twins' catchphrase on the shirt. Yes, because it belongs to the twins. Jimmy Uso had the first Yeet merch back in 2021, July of 2021. Okay? Okay.
yo,
Bastards.
holler.
And I'll do it again. Anyway, the OG Bloodline shirt is fucking terrible. WWE, let me talk to y'all really quick, right? I understand what y'all be trying to do, right? But you cannot have all red text with black gradients on a black shirt. I don't know who y'all got in there that doesn't know how a color wheel works or how printing works, but you cannot keep doing this. The OTC and the OG Bloodline shirt should have white in it. That black gradient should be white. Roman's logo should have a white drop shadow behind it on the front of the shirts. All this red looks terrible. It does not look good on renders. It doesn't look good on camera. It makes things hard to read. Y'all cannot listen to me and not give a fuck if you want to. It's because it's okay. People are still gonna spend the money. What I am telling you now is that shit is hard on the eyes and cannot be worn out in public. It can only be worn at your shows. Y'all have to start creating merch that can be worn outside of your shows. That is the nicest way of me saying I have files ready to upload to your system for merchandise. Because why doesn't Naomi have any more fucking merch? She got that one shirt when she came back in January and ain't got shit else yet. Y'all didn't even bring back her old shit. But Punk got all of his old designs re-uploaded to the website. All his classics. Even back when he had the long hair. Y'all uploaded all of that shit. But this woman can't get in. Y'all niggas won't even fucking upload the damn day one glow shirt. I can't seem to find that shit no the fuck where. That's rude. Ooh, Chelsea Green has a new shirt. It's cute. The different faces of Chelsea. Would you cop?
No.
Copper drop.
That might be a drop for me.
The OG Bloodline shirt, copper drop.
Another drop.
That shit is fucking awful. SummerSlam chair, copper drop.
Now, why am I buying a chair?
To flip it, what you mean?
I didn't even go to the show.
So, that don't mean you can't flip the chair.
I'm not buying a chair just so I can.
NXT RVD shirt, copper drop.
All of these shirts are terrible.
Oh.
These shirts are just. I'm not feeling it.
I don't like Julia's shirt. The shit is terrible.
I think Def Rebel be making the shirts too.
That's nasty.
They have to.
Do you see this?
The music. What am I looking at?
The Mattel Rey Mysterio Lucha Lowrider vehicle set with the crutches.
It's kind of crazy.
Oh, the lowrider actually works. Hold on. Come on, hydraulics.
Now you like it now.
Nah, I think that the bat and the fucking crutches is crazy. Ah, my knee.
Is that a Rey Mysterio joke?
What I just said, yes.
That's crazy.
Red Yeet
I like
shirt.
the red Yeet.
Copper
no,
drop.
I did the hoodie. The hoodie is good. The hoodie is good.
You have a no Yeet hoodie though.
I understand. What that mean? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I just enjoy certain colors. I'm a civilian that enjoys red.
Elimination Chamber 2022 was in Saudi?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Well, Bianca's fucking neck was covered. That's why I asked.
Oh.
Roman Reigns' ugly Christmas sweater, copper drop.
Roman one is weird. The Rock one, I think we saw the
yeah, that one's
Rock.
fire.
That was cool.
We talked about that one. What about this Drew McIntyre one?
No, only Rock.
That looks demonic.
Yeah, see, hell no.
Any of these Wyatt 6 shirts?
No. The shirts that they released when they first came back were cool.
Shadow ones?
Yeah, the ones they did like as soon as they debuted, those were cool. But like these new ones, I'm not feeling it. Plus, I don't know what y'all are doing, but can we make the Wyatt Six more prominent again? Like their debut was like red hot, and they're starting to like.
They have a storyline. They kidnapped Miz.
Are you invested into that?
Miz is about to. Okay, so this I'm glad you asked me that. Miz is not only going to go down for betraying truth, but he's also going to go down for the way that things with him and Bo Dallas like ended when Bo was like in his entourage. They're gonna like bring all of that shit back in. Because if I click on the Wyatt Six's Twitter page right now, that's what they're showing like flashes of. I'm waiting for them to get Roman. That's what they should have got, to be honest.
I just don't think they should be in anywhere near the Final Testament because the Final Testament have no heat around them anyway.
They used they pretty much used them to get the Miz, because Karrion Cross was the reason, and then they had to separate. They had to separate Miz from Final Testament, because remember, they came in after that match or whatever. So the Wyatts had to rid them to get get Uncle Howdy and Miz into the ring alone. But Paul old ass decided to get in the way, and therefore he got a fist in the mouth, and we ain't seen his old ass since. So, well, yeah, looking at this image, who do you like? What do you see?
B team.
Hmm.
B team. Miz, Axel, and Bo.
That's where this is stemming
Or
from.
the Miz Taraj, not the freaking Miz Taraj.
That's where this is leading to. This is still funny. They kidnapped that man on
But
his own bus.
wait, hold on, let me see something. Who was the B team? Because the B team and the Miz Taraj are two different things. Uh
Liars often
oh.
see their own trap. Wow. All right, Lisha.
Sorry.
I'm dyslexic. Please.
No, I can't laugh at you. I didn't know what it was either. Like Pop Tart. What the fuck?
I'm trying to read backwards, guys. The letters were backwards.
No, the B team was Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas, and then but it says Miz Taraj as well, so I guess they labeled them differently when they were together. But no, I mean that part of it, that is very interesting. I do enjoy that part of like going back into that. I just don't like that they were having segments like where the freaking Final Testament were, because while I think the Final Testament have potential right now, that is nah, you know.
I like the at home videos that Karrion Cross is doing.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
cool.
those. Cause like you said before, it shows more of his personality. Oh, aside to what he's being
Yeah, yeah.
given to memorize and go on TV with.
I would appreciate if the like it's kind of the same way the Aces and Eights took over TNA for like their time period. Like you couldn't get very far in the show without learning something about the Aces and Eights. I think the Wyatt Six should do something like that. You should always feel their presence as the shows go on, especially when they get to Netflix. They get to Netflix and you have all of this time and you have all of the production value to be like, all right, we can really go all in with this stuff. The Wyatt Six need to be something where we need to see them all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because they're always they're a group that started off with one of the most impactful debuts to me in the past 10 years. You know what I'm saying? That was I don't think anyone was fully expecting what they did on their first night. So you have to be able, once you start at that peak, you have to be able to keep up that peak. You know, and they haven't fallen off or nothing like that. It's just you still have to be able to keep up that peak of interest. You know what I'm saying? Because some people I know they're already not invested anymore. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was so scared about doing this in the first place. Because if this is all done in the tribute of Bray, y'all have to put effort into it. Y'all cannot let this fall to the wayside.
I think they're using like his script and stuff too. Like, I believe Bo said that everybody that's in the Wyatt Six was handpicked by Bray, and he had already had all his storylines and stuff picked out.
And
It's
hopefully
just
it
a
works.
matter of pacing.
Yeah, I do think Triple H has a slight pacing issue because the we're on 2 hours now, and then it's gonna go back to 3 hours soon. So right when he was getting the hang of 3 hours, it went back to two, and then that first 2 hour show was like everything was happening all at once. You had 18 wrestlers doing 14 cutscenes at once, and the whole show just felt like it was going super fast, and it wasn't on track. So at this point now, once we're getting into the Netflix era, we need to see cinematic things happening. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna have the Y6 and the Bloodline on the same show. Or if you want to put that one on SmackDown, you have to still be able to keep up that production value. Because if Netflix is just like if Raw is just this movie productive 8K camera show, and then SmackDown is SmackDown, then you're going to there's not a you have to make sure there's a balance there.
Have you seen
And
the
that
8K camera in person?
I might have. I didn't know it when I
That
saw it.
shit looks insane. Poor
I
Stu.
I saw
Stu
his
been
photos
carrying
and stuff.
cameras for that company for fucking ever, and like they just look like they get heavier by the second. Like just, ugh.
I remember when the Raw after WrestleMania, we were sitting above the thing and we saw them wheeling out the
Fucking
wheeling out the
TVs.
TV
Oh my
for you
god.
to watch. I was like, "What the?"
And here come Triple H in the
So
ring talking
awkward.
about yeah, we don't have the space, so we finna do it like this.
Movie
Shit was
day. Like,
ghetto
come
as
on, man.
fuck.
It's
I
so
felt like I
funny.
was in middle school again.
Yeah, it was hilarious. But that's why I think I told you off camera when we were talking about freaking Netflix wanting Roman and Punk and Cody and all of them to be on the show. I saw a whole bunch of people freaking out. I'm like, why are y'all freaking out over something that like this can be this is kind of the way SmackDown used to be presented to where like a lot of the big players were on Raw and then SmackDown was done not so much like NXT, but it was um the stars that were going to be the next generation. You know what I'm saying? So if you can have Roman and Cody, you can have all of the like the super main event superstars on Raw. But then SmackDown would have people like Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes. If you want to call Trick Williams up at some point, you call Trick Williams up.
Oh,
When you're
he
calling
took down the
Wesley and Roxanne
NXT.
Perez, I don't think he has much time left. I ain't gonna lie. Only thing is,
He still has things to work on.
oh yeah, you're absolutely correct. You know, that's the thing. It's like I said this when I was on stream too. Like when you have that problem plus the fact that people are mad at Triple H for calling certain people up and then not doing anything with them.
Oh no, she's injured. Never mind. I was about to say, what the fuck is Kiana James? She's injured. She's on the miscellaneous
Um,
list.
but
We ain't
like,
seen Blair Davenport in a minute.
yeah, that's true. Damn, oh my god, I forgot about her. Sheesh,
They had Naomi run her into the ground, and then we ain't seen her since. Cause remember
Blair. I
they
like
had
Blair.
her team up with Unholy Union, and then that was it after that last match when they lost.
Yeah, and it's like I saw people like about the releases and mad about Indy Hartwell and Baron Corbin and shit like that, and it's like, bro, we have been asking this company to do what they did for years. We've been through there's a difference between what Triple H did with those 3 releases and what Vince used to do when he was budget cutting people like Bray just to cut them and with no rhyme or reason. When he's cutting people just to cut them. We cannot compare Vince McMahon's terrible budget cuts to Triple H getting rid of people that he doesn't have any use for. So those 2 things cannot be compared because if you sit here and say, "Oh," eh, say he didn't release any of them. Say if Tegan, Indy, and Corbin were still employed right now with the company, but they just weren't on TV. At some point, if you were a big enough fan of them, you would say, "Hey, where are these guys at? Oh, they're just backstage and catering." And then you would go on your social medias and complain. Well, why aren't they being used? If they aren't being used, release them. Everybody said, okay. Boop. And y'all still come in here mad. I have to pick one. Either they're not going to be used and just sit in catering, which is always bad to me. If they're not doing anything, if they're not an actual component of week to week television, if you don't have anything planned for them, let them go to a different company and hope and pray that they do something with them. It's not that hard. It's not this controversial. Triple H is didn't. It's not. I tax Triple H for certain things. I will not tax him for releasing wrestlers he doesn't want to have just sitting backstage anymore. And there's a whole bunch of more. There's a whole bunch more wrestlers that he could have released, but he didn't. He just only saw those 3. There's no reason for y'all to be like yelling at Triple H for releasing the superstars when they weren't being used that much. You can say Corbin with the Wolf Dog stuff. Okay, Braun Breaker is the IC champion now. He was never a tag team wrestler, and that Wolf Dog stuff was a little bit ago. I'm not doing that anymore.
Because when he got called up to SmackDown, he was tagging with Apollo, and they were
I forgot about that.
doing like the Bald Brigade stuff against Legado del Fantasma.
That's even worse. No, everyone knows Corbin and Apollo weren't going anywhere as a tag team. That was a here nigga damn tag team. And you know when they're about to release a wrestler, they'll put him in a stupid gimmick or a stupid tag team that has no legs to it,
Well, he felt
and
like
then they get released.
he felt like he could have just stayed in NXT because he was doing
But that's
fine
the
down
thing.
there.
That's the thing. NXT isn't for him though. That's my issue. Baron Corbin should not be just running around in NXT just because it's safe for him to be. He is a main roster superstar. Main roster superstars, of course, they can go down to NXT at any time. That's cool. But for him to be down there as if he is a developing superstar when he's not, is not that's not the reason he's taking up a roster spot in NXT. That's not the reason why people are tuning into NXT. Not tuning in to see Corbin. They're tuning in to see Javon and Wes and all the superstars that are trying to get to the point. Corbin had a WrestleMania match. Why in the world is he on NXT for an extended amount of time? Just being there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't.
We could say the same thing about Rich Holland.
Rich Holland sucks. So that's why we're trying to get through to Mr. Hickenbottom that please stop. Please, Mr. Heartbreak, please stop it. We don't care about Rich Holland. Stop. It's not working. Let it go, please. But it's just like, bro, these things are these things are like um they're so it happens so frequently. You would think that people will understand how it goes at this point. I don't know everything, but I know some things, and the things that I do know, this company does the exact same process when they're about to release a superstar. Indy Hartwell was not doing much on TV. She was just there with Candace. She's just there with Candace.
They were in
And
the last time they were in the tag team title scene was King and Queen of the Ring. That they were going back and forth with Jade and Bianca when they first got moved over to the SmackDown roster. Um, so that was like the last time she herself was in like a major storyline. I figured once they started to push Candace into like this heel role, and then Indy was like trying to follow suit, but she wasn't sure about it, that something was up.
and me personally, I wasn't invested into the whole maybe she's gonna turn heel. I didn't care. I was just tuned out of both of them, so it didn't matter to me. And that's again, if you're a big Indy Hartwell fan, this is not meant in a diss to you. This is just saying that is not a prominent storyline in the company. That's one of those B plot, C plot storylines that they just have so they can show, oh, we're doing something with them. We're doing something with them. Can't say we're not doing nothing with them, and then they get released, and everyone's looking around. Yeah, because they were in a C plot storyline on a show that only really cares about A plot and B plot storylines. You know, no one was tuning in next week to see will Indy Hartwell turn heel. It wasn't something, when it was on TV, you may have been like, oh, that's cool.
It's
But you're
happening
not
on
seeing.
Raw.
No, wait, what?
Yeah,
Wait,
when
how
the
that happen wrong?
that heel tease was happening on Raw, and then after the draft, I guess she was supposed to be heel because she
Were they still
then
doing it on SmackDown?
hmm,
Were they still doing it on SmackDown now?
no. By the time they got to SmackDown, she had made her decision to like start helping Candace like cheat in those matches. That all of
Nah,
that teaser stuff was happening on Raw.
I don't think that's all the way true.
Yeah, but it is
I do not think that's all the way true. Like I'm the
because
There's no
they
way.
were the heels in that match at King and Queen of the Ring, and that happened after the draft.
But Candice was still having matches on SmackDown, and Indy was accompanying her to the ring.
But she still wasn't. She had already started to like help with do the distraction thing so that she could like hit or whatever. Because remember, Candace was trying to push her to help her like cheat in the matches, and she wasn't okay with it. Like she was very wary of it, and she finally did it, and then that's where it was from here on out. Because as of right now, Candice LeRae is a heel.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But there is a statement from Indy that's been playing on repeat on silence on the screen. So if you would like to direct yourself to the screen, we can hear Miss Indy Hartwell speak her truth.
Let's address the elephant in the room. Okay, so a week ago today, I was released from my WWE contract, and it's been a weird week of different feelings and emotions. It's still pretty fresh, but honestly, I can say that I'm doing well and I'm feeling good. Now, I'm sure a lot of people can say, how didn't you see this coming? You should have seen this coming. But honestly, the past few weeks, like maybe 2, 3 weeks of being back on TV, I didn't have that feeling at all, and I didn't expect it. But I took it like a champ.
That was her. That was her response. She has a full video on her YouTube channel. Um, Tegan Knox is already booked. She is reintroducing herself as her former name, back on the indie scene, and Baron Corbin is in that kitchen. So we'll see what he's cooking up, literally, not figuratively. Um,
I see what you were saying now. I think I was getting confused because now I see what you were talking about. Indy Hartwell Platt. What's she? Oh, she's wrestling freaking Maxine Dupri and shit. Okay. I think that's probably why I got confused. I mean, I don't know. It's just I don't know. There was no point where I was like super invested into what they were doing with her, and it was like obviously I didn't even know I couldn't even remember when what show they were doing the heel stuff on. That's how so disconnected I was from it. I thought they were doing that shit on SmackDown, but they were doing it on Raw. Um, but it's just like I don't know. I do understand the disappointment. You know what I'm saying? And I never want to see someone just get like left from their job. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this: Indy, like Tegan already did. Indy's gonna find somewhere else to be great. You know what I'm saying? Corbin, I think Corbin may have a booking too already. I'm not sure, or he may not just wrestle anymore. I don't know, but it's not the end of the world for them to be released. And I'm always on the side of if you have these wrestlers on your roster, there should be no reason why you have 15 wrestlers on the roster and you're not doing anything with them. Let them go. That's why I saw people getting mad when Bobby first left, and it's like, bro, they don't have anything for Bobby to do. So it was either Bobby just sit there on the roster and just be Bobby, and people are like, oh, how aren't you using Bobby Lashley? Or you let him go.
they were trying to push the whole pride thing and make them a heel group, and they were too over for them to be a heel group. So they just turned them back
Yeah,
face.
that's the thing. I think Triple H is doing a very good job of calling audibles, but at the same time, if those audibles still don't work, you have to move into a different direction. And Bobby has done things that most people will never do in that company. Bobby's been with the company for years, and Bobby's been wrestling everywhere. Bobby's wrestled in damn near every wrestling company. For him going to AEW is probably just gonna he just notching down something else. I've been to every premier wrestling company ever, you know? And it'll probably be a big accomplishment if he can be a world champion in all three of those companies. He's obviously been a world champion in WWE. He's been a world champion in TNA. He was a damn near belt collector in TNA. If he wins a world championship in AEW, that goes into his all-time conversation, you know? So it's just like I think Triple H is doing a great job with that, but we can't compare him dropping superstars just because he's not using them, and we can't compare that to freaking Vince having superstars like we all remember when they first released Bronson, when they released Bray, when they released Hit Row at the almost the peak of what they were trying to do. When you had something kind of with them, and then one of the last few segments, they went out there and they did a freaking the live rap thing, and that was terrible. And it's like, oh, they're about to leave soon. Next thing you know, and then they tried to bring him back. And they kept doing that. That's one thing about the Hit Row stuff. They did the live rap thing a few times, and it's never been good. And it's like they do it all the time. This company does it all the time. They'll give you one bad gimmick or one stupid storyline, and it makes you feel like, okay, either this storyline is going to work, or they're just doing this to make them get to a certain point, and then they release them. No, it happens, but I don't think Triple H should be taxed for those 3 releases, those specific ones. Now, if he goes out and releases someone like Carmelo Hayes or freaking someone that's on prominent television week to week, like Andrade or something, then that's something that we'll be like, okay, why would you do something like that? But those 3, they're gonna find somewhere else to be where they can be more prominent, hopefully. And there's no use for them to be walking around backstage or in B, C plot storylines if they're not someone that the company really sees as a priority. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, what am I looking at? What is this?
I don't know.
Default Mike Bailey versus Chris Danger, November 29th in Greensboro, North Carolina. The 21 plus match.
Damn.
Niggas can't get in. All right. Friday Night SmackDown. I mainly want to discuss the bloodline stuff. Oh, that's what the dark match was. It was Cody, Jay, Sammy versus Braun, Mello, and Kaiser. That is so random.
Wow.
That's so fucking random. It's random as shit. But I want to talk about Roman Reigns. And I know you said you're on the side of Roman. That's cool. I don't really care. I
Fuck
went
me, shit.
I went on a rant this morning. I'm not in that headspace anymore because it's been several hours since then. So I'm gonna play my initial rant and then I'm gonna feed off of that. So y'all give me a few seconds to even pull that shit up because I was very, very angry. It's 6 minutes long. Not really sorry. I'm sure y'all can like put this in like 6 times speed if you want. Do you want to hear this video again or no?
I have to go downstairs real quick, so I mean,
Okay.
it's up to you. If you want to play it, you can play it. I
No,
got it.
I was gonna play it. I was just gonna end the screen share.
I mean, it don't matter.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna mute myself and I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna give y'all the TikTok version, then y'all gonna have to listen to the podcast today when me and Life record because let me tell you something. Roman, let me tell you something. Bitch, what's so fucking hard about I apologize? What is so hard about taking accountability? What is so hard for realizing that you dead the fuck wrong and have always been dead the fuck wrong? You still in this mindset of people owe you shit and don't nobody owe you a motherfuck thing. Because if we're being honest, Jay is more over than you. Sammy been more over than you. Jimmy is more over than you. Like, be so fucking for real. This whole thing is a problem that you fucking created. Because your ego's so fucking big that you can't even keep a fucking promise that you fucking made. And I don't want nobody in my comments with the bullshit. He told Solo that Solo was the next in line if anything was to happen to him having them fucking titles. And guess what the fuck happened? He lost them goddamn titles. So Solo stepped the fuck up. Now, is Solo wrong for what he did to Jimmy? Yes. However, you can't keep somebody in your bloodline that's still upholding the former tribal chief's bloodline rules. So yes, he had to get rid of his brother. The way he did it was fucked up, but yes, he had to get rid of his brother. Now, for whatever fuck ass reason, Roman still don't think that he's wrong for everything he did over the last 4 fucking years. Huh? Like, there's no fucking way that you truly believe up here in your cabeza that you are correct in everything that you fucking did. To get your twin cousins to acknowledge you in the first place, you brutally beat one of them into submission. And said, you will acknowledge me. What? Then the other one was not having that shit. And you didn't like that. What? So you tried to turn them on each other early. And that shit trickled all the way down to WrestleMania 40. Do y'all not realize that? That he planted those seeds in the twins from 2020 and the shit just happened to fucking explode in 2023, which resulted in the WrestleMania match? I'm sorry. I'm angry because I don't understand the stubbornness. I don't get it. Sammy was correct in asking him to apologize to Jay. Now, I don't know why the fuck Jay hadn't asked for that shit himself, or why the fuck Jimmy hadn't asked for that shit yet, but Sammy was fucking correct in asking that bitch to fucking apologize to his cousin. And you fix your mouth to say, I'm sorry that you ever thought that he mad. Are you fucking serious? You need help. See, I'm getting angry again. I went through the motions on Twitter last night because TikTok is getting real strict on reaction videos, and then I worked. I don't want to sit in front of a computer screen after being in front of a computer screen, right? So what I'm here to say is, Roman Reigns, nobody owes you a fuck thing. Nobody. Not a single soul. Nobody owes you anything. You're lucky that these men even want to help you. You lucky they're not standing on the other side of the ring with Solo. You're lucky that they fucking care. You're super lucky. Because they could have just sat back, reunited as a threesome, and just watched your ass get kicked all the way around that fucking ring. And I would have been fine with that. You're going to keep getting a taste of your own medicine till you realize that you're dead the fuck ass wrong, and that everything that Solo is just a mirror of what the fuck you've been since 2020. And I hope that by the end of Survivor Series, you fucking realize that shit. WWE, do the right thing. Do the right fucking thing. And since Netflix want his ass on Raw after Survivor Series, put him to the side until January. I'm not fucking playing with y'all because clearly he don't get it. And if Jimmy turned his face up at Jay one more time, we're going to have some fucking problems. Now, that's my man. But you're the only one still in the fucking sunken place. And you were the first person to realize that Roman wasn't shit. So why the fuck are you still there? You have your own theme music. Like, it's time for you to walk out by yourself. Like, I'm not playing. When Survivor Series come, Roman better walk out by himself. Jimmy better walk out by himself. Sammy better walk out by himself. And Jay better walk out by himself. Nobody needs to come the fuck out to Roman's fucking music but Roman. I'm not fucking playing with y'all. Triple H, get your pen to paper and get that music together. I'm not fucking playing with y'all. So that's how I felt this morning at approximately 8 o'clock in the fucking morning. I still feel that exact way. I feel like Roman Reigns is losing his fucking mind. He, for some reason, believes that he's owed things. He feels like his actions are justified. And sorry to tell you, but Solo is your karma. Solo is literally the person that is like Roman but 100. Like, he took everything that he learned from Roman and he has now flipped it on Roman. And honestly, this is something that Roman needed. He needed to be humbled. And obviously, he hasn't been humbled. He hasn't figured it out yet. And Jay said something to him prior to Crown Jewel and was like, if we're going to do this, if we're all going to work together, we're all equal. You're not going to bark orders at me. You're not going to tell me what to do. You're not going to talk to me crazy. You're not going to do any of that. And that was the first thing that Roman decided to do last night, was talk crazy to Jay. And Jay let him slide, which, me personally, I wouldn't have let him slide. I wouldn't have let him slide at all. I told you none of that. And that was the first thing that you decided to do. Was the same shit that you've always done. He even like tried to flip shit on Jimmy a little bit last night. And it was just like, what the fuck is your problem? So we'll see what happens at the end of the month. That they announced War Games last night, but it was very, very strange. It wasn't like a typical like GM meltdown. It was just like, you get 5 people. Well, you get 4 people. I got my 4 people. Da 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 da. So, Bloodline Men's War Games in Vancouver on the 30th. But yeah, fuck Roman Reigns. That's how I feel. I'm gonna keep saying that shit. Fuck him. Fuck him. Lof, have you returned?
Yo,
Hello? Hi.
you got cameras in here.
You said what?
You got cameras in here.
No, I heard your phone ring and then it stopped ringing.
Oh, my mic was off.
No, it wasn't.
What?
Your mic was not off.
Yes, it was. There's no way my mic was on. It was. I just turned it back on. I just pressed it.
Your phone rang.
I don't know. That's. I just told you. You got
Because your
cameras.
mic was on.
No. No. There's no way in the
I
world.
literally just heard your phone ring. So how do you feel?
Something got going on. Huh? You said what?
How do you feel about what I just said? Hey, man.
What?
How do you feel about what I just said?
Your anger towards Roman Reigns is justified to an extent. I think they all need to apologize to each other. I think each one of them has done something that has led to this point where they're kind of a team but they still. Jay's still on edge. I think Jimmy's on edge to a point. Sammy's just
He said
Sammy.
they're on eggshells. He said that. He said that in
Yeah,
like a vlog on WWE's YouTube channel.
yeah. They need to. I think all of them need to apologize. Roman should be the first, because Roman was the one. I think he's done the most damage to what he like what the team is, and even him yelling at them on Friday. You know, Jay walked away from him, and Jimmy walked away from him. So at this point, all of them need to apologize to each other. It's probably not gonna go like that, go down like that. It's probably going to lead to eventually Roman apologizing. Um, if he has enough, like, put his pride aside and do it, you know. Um, and that's the only way they're going to be able to beat the Bloodline at Survivor Series. I just think there's going to be one more person for each team. I think there's
No,
going to be one more person for each team.
no. It was already rumored that it wasn't going to be a traditional 5v5 for the men's war games. It was going to be 4. Solo said the 5-man thing because he thought Sammy was on his side. And then Sammy came out there and kicked his ass in the face. So the War Games match is set to be 4v4.
I'm telling you now. Don't be surprised
I'm gonna
if they
call
add one person.
Ghostbusters. Oh, sorry.
I'm just telling you. I understand what you're saying, but do not be surprised if they try to add one more person in there.
Some
There's
people
a
think Rock is gonna participate, and I laughed really, really hard and loud.
I would be astonished if Rock decided to wrestle in them double cages. I'll be astonished if he even thought to do something like that. But hey, I've seen crazier things happen. You know what I'm saying? Seen crazier things happen. So I don't know, but I don't think there's gonna be a 4v4.
A mystery box to reveal an autograph authentic walkout t-shirt from current superstars and past legends. I don't want no sweaty ass shirt in a box. That shit probably stink.
Hmm.
And these boxes are 140, I think. So superstar 1 and 2 odds, unwrap an autographed t-shirt from the biggest names. Um, so you can either get AJ Styles, Asuka, Baron Corbin, Braun Strowman, Bronson Reed, Carmelo Hayes, CM Punk, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Ivar, Ivy Now, Jimmy Uso, John Cena, Kyrie Sane, Redneck, Maga Man, Karrion Cross, Kevin Nash, Kevin Owens, Naomi, Natalia, Paul Heyman, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, Santos Escobar, C, Sheamus, Shinsuke Nakamura, Shotzi, Solo, Stone Cold,
Why?
Tiffany, Trish, Zoe Stark. Champions 1 and 4 odds. Andrade, Theory, Bailey, Becky, Bianca, Breaker, Rhodes, Priest, McIntyre, Balor, Io Sky, Cargill, Funko Pop Head, Uso, Knight, Morgan, Paul, Valkyria, Jax, Ripley, Reigns, Truth, Zayn, Rollins, Miz. Multi-signed, 1 and 7 odds. Alpha Academy, Authors of Pain, Awesome Truth, Piper and Chelsea, Creed Brothers, DIY, Kaden, Katana, Prophets, New Day, Unholy Union, and then one of a kind odds. 1 of a kind, 1 in 67 odds. God! That's a lot. This is a lot of people.
I don't even understand what this is.
So basically what's in the box, it's just an autographed t-shirt.
Oh.
Yeah. It's $100, like I said, I think it's $150. And they have a set date to where you cannot purchase anymore. You have to have a WWE Fanatics account to get such. Here's the box. Yep, $150. Yep, it says product drops are high demand products that are hard to get. Create an account for a chance to participate. We will collect your shipping and payment info to fulfill the order. You will not be charged if you are not selected. So you can put in, it's pretty much like an auction. I think that's dope. But if like the Judgment Day is signed and shit, right? Is Truth included in that?
It should
No,
be.
right? Well, the Judgment Day isn't listed anyway. Because for the multi-sign, their names aren't up here. Rhea and Priest
I
is
don't
up
remember
here,
them in the
but
anymore.
Everybody's listed as individually. They're not listed as a group, as the Judgment Day. That's a little cool little auction thing that they got going on. You trying to get me this DX lanyard?
Okay.
It's $6.29.
Ain't bad.
I need to keep checking this to make sure that they're still like available because I missed my opportunity for the 100th time. I'm gonna fucking cry. Oh, okay. They're still here. Almost gone. Yeah, I have to get these immediately. China side plates. The $42. I'm gonna need that. Is there anything
I don't know.
are we going to Saturday night main event?
To be determined.
Oh, that's what I meant to tell you about. Speed.
I heard him in the speed.
I said that the next bracket it was Sheamus versus Braun Breaker, and how I
Mm-hmm.
said that shit was gonna end in like a double disqualification.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what the fuck happened. Them niggas ran out of time.
They weren't speedy enough.
Them niggas ran out of time.
Wow.
I sped through the match on
Sped through speed.
Wednesday, and I was just like, yeah, I sped through speed, and I was just like, yep, this ended just the way Mello versus Ilya went. So that didn't I guess I'm the knower when it comes to speed. I don't fucking know. just like I've seen this happen before. They're not gonna make one of these people look weak, so they got rid of both of them. Oh, on Tuesday on NXT we have Wesley versus Cedric Alexander and Cora Jade versus Sol Ruka. Why?
All right.
Ava, why don't you have on makeup, sweetheart? Get off the internet. I'm not saying that in like a bad thing, but like I feel like the GM should like look their best like at all times. She doesn't look like shit. I just think that they should look their best at all times. They're IDing folk still. Oh look, a Philly native. Marcus Mathers. Debuted in 2019. His finisher is the 450 splash.
All right. Hardaway or Holloway?
Hardway Holloway. It's a lot of words. He's debuted in 2022 and
He's double A.
You're funny. And his finisher is a choke bomb. Sean Legacy debuted in 2017 and his finisher shambles / 450 splash. And then you got
Woo!
Zarya Zacher. Listen, that woman is sick. Don't even put her on NXT, bro. Send her straight up.
Crazy,
Send her
bro.
straight up. Like those reels was crazy. I saw a black woman and instantly got to clicking on things. I needed to know more. I needed to know more. My lord. That's a wrestler right there.
She's good for real. Like I'm like, yo, you doing 450s and backflip RKOs and all kind. I'm like, yo, her player building don't look like she be doing all that, but she got all the badges. I don't know what she got
She's
going on.
small too.
She might be
She's
the
a
one. I don't know.
shorty.
She might just be the one. I don't know. Got a few people on my list that they need to make the call to. So hopefully we get some more names soon, which I assume we will. But I got a few people that I need them to pick up so we can get this moving. But they starting off pretty hot. Some of the people I know, some of the people I don't know, but they
Yo,
starting off pretty
yo, 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 yo. Cappuccino Jones. He has the
hot. Oh yeah.
look. He has a great name. His promo skills fucking terrible.
You saw his finisher?
Yeah.
Like he just dropping himself on his own head. I'm like, yo, bro. I see what his finisher is supposed to be because the move is like in 2K. Like it's a front flip. It's a front flip DDT. But he be DDTing himself while he DDTing them. I'm like, yo, this kind of. I don't know, man. You gotta fix that. Maybe it's just
Everything
like a bad one. I don't know, but
everything is packaged perfectly and then he starts to talk. He's literally like just like Ricochet. Like it's just bad.
oh
Like
no,
shh, don't talk.
oh no.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
We're gonna work on it. It's okay. We're gonna work on it.
Yeah, they're gonna get him right. They're gonna get him in some acting classes. But yeah, everything else is good. He has everything down pack. But that and he was one of the first 3 people that was announced. Somebody's actually going to be announced tomorrow that is going to be from Reality of Wrestling. So that's scary. I hope it's Maya World. Please be Maya World. But like, you know,
Bring Kyle with her too.
that's what's gonna happen. Very, very soon. Well, within the next 24 hours, we'll be hearing that because it's gonna be announced, and I'm looking forward to it. While we're talking about reality of wrestling, Zilla Fatu has 3 championship belts. Please stop trying to rush him to WWE. He just won his 3rd belt last week. He has the House of Glory belt. He has the Reality of Wrestling belt. He have the 4th rope belt. Y'all have to stop trying to rush him somewhere. He's only been wrestling for a year. Stop trying to send him directly to WWE. He's only been wrestling for a year. He's amazing. He's great. But let him keep getting his feet wet in the indies. He's going to get the push because of Booker T fucking regardless. But let him do him and stop trying to rush him to WWE. He'll get there when he get there. And they're going to package him like crazy. He's going to be his father on steroids. That's how they're going to market Zilla Fatu. So y'all just have to be patient because y'all niggas ain't patient.
All in good time.
Oh, Free Montez from the
Where
tag
is
team
he?
division.
Oh. I was about to lose it. Oh, they got a match against the Guns next week,
Yeah, DIY's pissed.
and they're probably gonna lose that. And then if I see Montez do that nut ass sad face again, sitting there in front of the ring, I'm gonna get really mad. If you're gonna have them lose next week, which they probably are going to, do something, Triple H. Please
Somebody gonna have
do
to kick somebody.
something. Do something. Please do something. They're saying they're gonna go to AEW soon. We have to end the narrative.
I want that to stop. That makes my stomach hurt.
They're trying to send them away to a place that's probably going to book them like cool for like a little bit and then throw them to the wayside. Or I ain't gonna lie. If they end up, if at some point they end up in AEW, they would just put them in the freaking Hurt Syndicate. They probably would.
They gonna try that again?
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, it's okay. Like they're everything is being presented very well with the Hurt Syndicate at this current moment. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, the possibilities are endless. I don't trust it as far as I can throw it. Oh, this is what I want to talk about this because this was just posted like a few hours ago. Now I'm gonna see how I can explain this to you before I say it. Wait, have you been on the AEW Instagram page recently, like today?
No.
Okay. If me and you are booking a wrestling show, right? And I'm trying to do an angle where a certain wrestler, as the show's on, he just like takes over the TV channel. You know what I'm saying? Like takes over the channel, like just interrupts a match that has nothing to do with it. He just takes over the channel. He's doing his own thing. Would you rather just do it and try to surprise the crowd and surprise the fans at home who like they're watching, like say Mercedes Monet is out there cutting a promo, and then the TV starts static and stuff, and they're trying, what the fuck is going on? Or would you announce it on the Instagram page for November 13th and say in the caption, "Hey y'all, on November 13th, Moxley's going to mess up the TV program."
What?
I'm like, bro, if the show was on, if there was like a regular Willow Nightingale's having a match, and then the show just goes black. The first thing people like they're looking at CBS, they're like, is there an outage or something? And then like Mox walks out of a dark room, and then you would have had all the interest right there. 'Cause at that moment, people are trying to figure out if this is real or fake. Now you told everyone it's gonna happen. Now we're all in now we all know it's gonna happen at some point. So whenever they do what they do, it just happens. There's no excitement there. All you had to do was just not say anything. And then it would have been a really cool segment because it would have came out of nowhere. The crowd doesn't know. The people at home don't know. And that happens all the time on Fox with all the blackouts and stuff. All the time they do like the freaking Fox, for some reason their shit always blacks out. Stupid. Um, but it's just the TV program for the most part. It's just the channel, and then it cuts back on.
I
If they
saw
did something like that,
I
it would have
saw
been cool.
I saw Alicia Fox's face and it reminded me of something I have to tell you off mic that happened at work today.
Oh, okay. But not that shit just frustrated me, bro. Cause like this invasion storyline it's so slam dunk to me, but they keep doing stuff that's taking people out of it. Cause it's like, why would you announce an invasion? That's like when the Nexus up. That's like them saying, all right, y'all, and next up, 8 guys from NXT are gonna come and attack John Cena. Why would you say it? The element of surprise is everything, and now you have everyone anticipating something, and God forbid it's not as cool as some may think, and no one's gonna care. And now you've wasted all this time and energy and resources on a quick angle that's it's not gonna work. So why would you do that? And how in the world are they gonna even present that? All right, y'all. Now our next segment, John Moxley's going to take over AEW. Go ahead, Mox. Why? Why? I don't get it. I don't understand. It's just clear. Tony Khan's the worst booker in professional wrestling. He doesn't know how to do a story. You have an invasion story, and invasion stories to me are very easy. 'Cause all you have to do is let the team who's invading just do whatever they want to do. It's not that hard. You give them a motive, you give them a direction, and it's cool. Everything else is all right there for you. But now you're overcomplicating this stuff, and you've essentially ruined it before we're not even at Wednesday yet. How in the world have you gotten to this point this fast? And the freaking the post is so stupid. Mox takes over TBS. Why would you say it? People say, "Oh, why are people complaining about this?" Because it's slam dunk storyline writing that someone who's been watching wrestling for a week would be able to know. And you can't tell us to enjoy the wrestling show when there's clear logic gaps and there's clear things they could be doing better, but they're not because Tony Khan doesn't know what he's doing. And I'm supposed to be invested into this crap. I'm not. I don't care. Can't do it, man.
Get your full gear ticket.
What?
It's been made official.
What?
Swerve versus Bobby.
I don't know why that match is happening right now, but you know.
It was just announced on a Collision. It's 8:24. Collision has been on for 24 minutes and they've already announced this shit.
I thought they announced it the other day. I've been knew that they were having a match.
This says official, and then I'm looking at the graphic.
That's what I'm saying. I think they announced it on Dynamite.
No, I watched Dynamite all the way through. They did not.
Someone told me about this match yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, I was streaming yesterday, and someone told me about the match yesterday. So I think
Page comes on Friday. So
that's what I'm saying. I think that's what
they
I'm trying to
didn't
say.
announce it. But what I'm saying to you, they didn't announce it on Wednesday.
Oh,
Watched all of. I paid more attention to Dynamite than I did to NXT, and that's very telling. Because I'm
yeah.
usually locked in to NXT. Like I said, I didn't give a fuck about the Trick Williams match. I love everything that Trick Williams does. Like he breathes and like I faint. So yeah.
Right for Bully Ray.
Forgave him. I didn't. So.
You want to hype for freaking Ego? What?
I don't.
All right.
It's 8:25. I walked into the front door and my mom was taking out pigs in a blanket, but it had everything bagel seasoning on it. So that's the only thing I've had to eat all day today, aside from a pack of Nutter Butters and a Gatorade. So I would like to go get some food.
I had a Nutter Butter in a very long time.
I've been craving them for like 2 weeks, and they're only like the 4-pack is only $1 at my job, so I'll be fucking them shits up. Anything else you would like to get off your chest before I call your cellular device?
I would like Aaliyah to come back to the WWE soon because she's in the independent wrestling scene and she's killing it. So I hope Triple H makes a call and says, "I was sorry. I was sorry." I hope he calls her and says, "I'm sorry. I was wrong. You the goat.
That's all right.
Come on back." Yes.
Okay.
What the fuck is this?
This was a signing that happened today.
Oh,
This is what I was like. I would have had to wake up at 10 a.m. at 5 a.m. to get to this place for 10 a.m. because it was from 10 to 4. It had mad people.
it was in Connecticut.
No, it's in New York.
Oh,
But it was like, I think it was on like Long Island or some shit like that. Again, a place I don't think I would want to travel to. Because one, you would have to travel into New York and then get off the train and then get on another train to then go into the. It's just too much. Like, not having a car is not fun. It's mad travel, mad money. Like, it's not fun. But yeah. I guess that's it for the Wrasslin room. Hopefully I sound better this week. Because trying to listen to the pod last week was torture. Ooh, excuse me. I did not mean to burp in y'all ears. That was very unladylike of me.
oh.
It was an accident. It just came up. Y'all know like all the socials and stuff. There is a good friend of mine that I would like to get on the show. We just got to figure out how to hook her up on Discord because she has doesn't have an account. And if not, then we'll probably do like a StreamYard and you guys will get like your first visual of the podcast. So y'all know where to find us because you're listening now. Do you have anything you would like to promote?
No.
I don't either.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave you guys with a soundbite from the test clip that we did earlier, so I could see how my sound was. Ah, yeah. So, bye. Say bye.
Huh?
Say bye.
Oh, I thought you were cutting to my thing. I thought you were cutting to the thing already.
Say
What the
bye.
fuck? I'm gonna say something. Oh my god, I meant to say something. Yo, that shit just left my head, yo. I meant to say something that left my head.
Are you serious right now? Just say bye.
Yeah, I did. Alright, I'll see you on next podcast, man. Check 1, 2, bitch.
All right. That's where I turn the recording on.